Hello, Aquarius, and welcome into your reading for the first half of October, where we're going to take a look at jobs and careers, love and relationships, and then life path and mission. So before we get started on that, we'll take a look at one crystal card. So this is a portion of my crystal deck, and we will see what crystal the divine is encouraging you to work with during the first half of the month here. All right. Lepidolite, and it's about calm, focus, and serenity. So that is going to be kind of an overall message or something for you to be mindful of, is working on calm and focus and serenity for the first half of the month, which we do have kind of a few relatively big things going on. We have a solar eclipse in the first half of the month on October 14th, and so that is in Libra. So that is encouraging us to find that balance, and it's excellent for like new partnerships and new commitments and compromise. It's inspiring us to be reflecting on our relationships and also to be practicing self-love. And the idea there is to heal your emotional wounds. A great way to do that is to work on your meditation and your journaling and also grounding. So getting out in nature as best you can, depending on where you live and what the climate's like. But even if you can't, sometimes just taking a soak in the bath can be very grounding. So before we go into those individual areas, we're going to pull 3 cards for you. So we have the Hierophant, we have the Emperor, there we go, and third card is the Magician. So this, for you, the overall energy for the month is all about transforming that lead into gold, those really tough situations, and transforming them into something more positive. So your Emperor energy is that strong masculine energy. It's that driven energy, that solid structure, like the Sphinx there, that powerful energy. And then the Hierophant is that teacher, mentor, guru. So, being able to rely on a guru or a mentor to help you on that path of looking at transforming some of these heavy energies and really taking control of situations, maybe if they felt like they've been out of control. So a few other things that are happening on the 12th, Mars is entering Scorpio. And so that's Scorpio is that passionate, intense, unrelenting type of sign. Oh, got a couple jumpers there. And so really using that energy to come back from defeat, using that to using your will to create change. And so some of that creating change is that Magician energy, and kind of rising up from defeat or coming back from defeat is kind of that Emperor energy there. So that's happening on the 12th, and then we have that eclipse on the 14th. So, oh my gosh, the cards are shuffling like crazy today. Let's take a look at jobs and careers for you. In the recent past, we have the Hanged Man in reverse, currently sitting in the 5 of Swords in reverse energy, with the next level of energy being the 7 of Cups in reverse. So with the Hanged Man in reverse, you've been in this kind of stagnant energy, sort of this needless sacrifice. Like there's this sense of delay and resistance and stalling. Like you have all this indecision. So it's like you don't want to make a decision, and that's the energy you've been in. And it's putting you now in this like 5 of Swords in reverse energy. So this is about compromise and resolution, and you're really wanting to bring things back into balance. The next level of energy for you, or kind of the, I guess, likely outcome, is a little bit of this confusion, and you're distracted, and there's too many options. So with the 7 of Cups, like there's too many cups to choose from. So with this current energy that you have of trying to reconcile and trying to find some compromise or some resolution, it's almost like that opens up the floodgates where since you're trying to find that, it's like, well, we could do this to resolve it. We could do this to resolve it. What about this compromise? And it's like, it's too much. And it leaves you in that place of feeling kind of overwhelmed that there's too many decisions, or too many options. But that's kind of the near future energy. let's take a look at what does that look like towards the end of the year. So a couple months out, what happens with that energy from a work perspective? We'll pull 2 cards for that. We have Page of Cups and we have the Hermit in reverse. So the Page of Cups is kind of like that daydreamer, innocent type of energy. It's like an opportunity or a solution presents itself, but it's kind of like not a very impressive one. It's, you know, when we think about this Page of Cups energy from a relationship standpoint, it's kind of like, oh, he's coming and he's offering you a fish, 1 fish in a cup. That's all the offer is. It's like, oh, I'm offering you a flower that I picked by the side of the road. Oh, isn't that sweet? But, you know, if you're an adult in a serious relationship, you want more than just 1 picked flower that they saw on the side of the street type of thing. So it's almost like some of these different options that you have to choose from, like the one that kind of comes forward, it's there, it's an offer, it's a little bit of an offer, kind of a, you know, a sweet offer, but it's really not enough to bring happiness and stability to a work and career perspective for you. And that kind of puts you in this like lonely type of energy and kind of a sense of like sadness or rejection. Like, okay, you're trying to find this compromise and there's all these different options and this is the best that I got. And so it pushes you into this energy of like sadness and rejection. So it looks like there's some struggles from the work perspective. So something to be mindful of. And when we do these readings, it's not saying this is absolutely etched in stone. It's saying based on the energy now, and if these energies are playing out the way they kind of seem to, this is the way it's going to go. But it's not set in stone, so you can change it. If you're sitting here in this energy right now of, oh, let's find a compromise, in order to avoid being down this path, it might be a matter of, yes, you want to be polite and a team player, whatever, but don't be so fixated on compromising that now all of a sudden you're opening up the floodgates to all of these, you know, I'll call them ridiculous or unimpressive or uninspired types of offers. Like, make sure that you're keeping your own self-worth in enough of a priority that you're going to get a better offer or a better solution than this Page of Cups. So there are some things, you know, we do still have a number of planets in retrograde, like Pluto goes direct on the 10th, and you'll start to see some more transformations, like kind of picking back up. So with that being in retrograde, since Pluto's the destroyer, that was more of a matter of turning inwards to see what needs to change. Like, you know, so in this recent past, you may have been in that mode with your job. Like, you know, what needs to change? What is it about this that's making me unhappy? And once Pluto goes direct, it's going to be more of that energy of, okay, I've thought about it. Now let's actually do something about it. And with Saturn still being in retrograde, that's about how do you attain your goals? Where am I investing my energy? So some of it, you want to have that healthy level of selfishness here to say, you know what? No, I don't. It's not a situation where I need to compromise at any cost. You still need to make sure you're focusing on you and what do you need. All right, relationships in the recent past, we have the 6 of Pentacles, currently sitting in the Justice energy with the Moon in reverse as the next level of energy or likely outcome. So in the recent past, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, that's a generous, like charitable type of energy when it comes to relationships. So you're giving, you're a giving person, and the energy that you're sitting in right now is that harmonious energy, that balance, you know, that sense of justice. So it seems like you have the feeling that it's being reciprocated, like your generosity is being acknowledged, appreciated, you know, maybe reciprocated. And then the next level of energy, though, that's coming in is a little bit of this repressed emotions or kind of some confusion, maybe a little bit of self-delusion. If you've been in that giving type of state and you thought that there was justice and balance, it could be that it didn't, like that it wasn't long lasting, if that makes sense. Like, you know, you were putting in all this effort and the other person was too, but maybe the other person is starting to kind of taper off a little bit. And so then you're in that repressed emotions, like, wait a second, I thought this was trending up, and now it's kind of, yeah. So that has kind of, maybe you were kidding yourself in terms of how much of an impact that would have. But a lot of the moon in reverse is about letting go of your fears. And so let's take a look at a couple more cards and see what that path looks like towards the end of the year. So a couple months out. Ooh. All right. Well, since a bunch came out, I'll just pull the top one there, and then I'm going to actually pull another one. So that is the Three of Cups. And then we have the Two of Wands. So the Three of Cups is this celebration and friendship and harmony. So it looks like you're able to, let go of your fears, move past that. And then with the Two of Wands, this is that personal power and decision-making type of energy. So it does look like you move into this good place here. All right, let's take a look at life path and mission and see what messages are coming through for you there. All right, in the recent past, we have the Devil energy, currently sitting in Page of Pentacles with Death as the next level of energy or likely outcome. So in the past, and this is as you're thinking about your life path and your mission here, you've been pulled off path by whatever worldly temptations have been pulling you off path. So, for some, a lot of times people look at this as different temptations and addictions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, shopping, sex, overeating, overspending, stuff like that. But some of it too is also even negative thought patterns. So, in your life path part, you could be in a place, maybe where it was just telling yourself, oh, this is stupid. There's no purpose to my life. Why am I even here? That sort of thinking, and so that can be some of that devil energy if it's pulling you off path. It's whatever's keeping you from living your highest self. You're currently sitting in this Page of Pentacles energy. So there is some of this consistency and a little bit of ambition and loyalty. So even if you've been having these bad thoughts, you're still staying on track of, well, okay, maybe this is my mission. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But this isn't I would say it's not a very heart or soul driven space. It's kind of an uninspired type of space. Well, I'm here. I'm being loyal. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's going to push you into this death energy. And with that, this death energy, it's about transformation and closing out of old cycles, karmic contracts. So, this path, wherever you are, is going to end up closing out. So, these temptations have pulled you off path, but that's all going to be going away. So let's take a look from a timing perspective on when that death or that kind of rebirth and transformation type of time period is coming in for you. Spring. So it'll be coming in, relatively soon. So you may have to sit in the energy a little bit, focus on calm and serenity and try to make it through, because some of this will be bringing itself to an end soon. And let's take a look at some of our oracle cards and see what other messages come through for you. Oh my gosh, Butterfingers today. And it's funny because, I've been doing these readings for all the signs. This is the first time that my hands have been like that, or that the cards have been like that. So it's almost like that clumsy, unorganized feel. So, I think everything happens for a reason. And I would say it feels like that's going along with this reading of kind of a little bit of that uncertainty type of feel, unclear, clumsy energy. Ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. So some of this, when we talk about creativity and fertility, like birthing a new direction in life, this path is going to be going down a new direction. So that's, I think you're going to be seeing some changes there. Let's take a look at our light worker card and see what all comes up. And some of that with the healing, Chiron is still in retrograde, and that's about healing our identities, because Chiron is the wounded healer. So that'll be in retrograde until the end of December. Oh, and there, we have a jumper card. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. And I'm going to pull one too because that one jumped. And then we have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. So when you get to that point, having that confidence that whatever that voice is, wherever you find yourself, don't let the devil energy keep you from taking that leap, from going down that path. All right. Let's shuffle here and see what comes up with our Sacred Creator card. Follow through. And so that if you watch the channel on a regular basis, you'll know how color palettes speak. And this one here, this follow through is on sharing your voice. So don't be afraid to share your voice and share your thoughts. The world needs to hear what you have to say. And so leading with love and on your life's purpose is something that you need to do. So make sure that once you start, take that leap. The universe will catch you, but you have to follow through on it. You have to keep going on it. It's not enough to just say, okay, I'm jumping, and then you do nothing. Like, you have to jump and then, keep your feet running underneath you type of thing. So I hope that you found today's message to be helpful. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So there are going to be some additional videos posting this week on the channel. So if you want to be alerted as to when those new videos are out, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time, bye-bye.